All right.
Hey guys, we just left Terry's Health Products here in Bismark, North Dakota. We're also at the Bisman Food Co-op, community co-op. And both of these places got raided last week on Thursday for having CBD products. They were raided by the local Bismark police, not the Drug Enforcement Administration. The Bismark police cited the DEA's statement of principle, which is supposed to have no legal findings, no legal basis. It was supposed to be the statement of principle back in October, November last year created a term called marijuana extract, which contained CBD and other compounds from the cannabis plant. But it wasn't law. The DEA and USDA actually told us in person that it wasn't law. They told us it was just an accounting, essentially an accounting mechanism for those people that had a Schedule I license. They now had to put they were studying marijuana extract. We'll come to find out they are now relying on that statement of principle, which they've been sued on. They've been sued for the statement of principle because it's illegal to reclassify CBD, to try to reclassify any cannabinoids, including CBD. They've been sued on that. That suit is moving forward. We also just visited with Healthy Oil Seeds up in Carrington, who also had DEA action. The DEA, with a Freedom of Information request from Vote Hemp, actually found that the DEA was colluding with the Department of Ag, the North Dakota Department of Ag, to say that CBD was illegal, and then also to not allow Roger, the proprietor of the hemp farm, to sell his seeds internationally. We can buy seeds, we can sell hemp seeds all over the world, and the DEA decided arbitrarily here in North Dakota to disallow that from happening. Department of Ag sent a letter to Roger. Roger said, you know what, I'm still going to market it. It's completely legal, and he went forward with marketing it. In fact, we were at his place today, and we saw 30 metric tons, 64,000 pounds of hemp seed brought in from Canada to distribute to North Dakota farmers. Over 3,000 acres they're going to grow here, from 70 last year to 3,000. So we left that. Absolutely fabulous to have Hempy the Bus in the middle of all that amazing hemp progress and hemp opportunity. But then to find out a week ago, Lana, the proprietor at Terry's Health Products, was raided. They took, she had 3 lines of CBD, she had 2 tinctures and a salve. They took all 3, told her that she was going to be arrested if she didn't stop selling these products. Tested them, one came back with 0 CBD, the other came back with 0 with CBD. They didn't test the salve. She had to pull all 3 products off of her shelf. None of the products had THC, 0 THC. There's another guy, an individual up north that got arrested, had 15 police officers raid his complex. Again, for a compound CBD that has no psychoactive effect, that's helping tons of people, helping tons of pets. In fact, Lana was telling us one woman found out about it in the newspaper that Lana had gotten raided and had to pull her products, and she called Lana crying because she has a dog that's taking CBD and she was going to go the day before to get it, but then she couldn't go that day, and obviously she can't go now. Now she has to order it on Amazon or from some place that's not as reputable, potentially. Lana is caught. She's losing $5,000, $8,000, $10,000 a month in sales of these 3 products. Another guy, Keenan at Pipe, what is it called? Pipe is he discontinued on his own accord selling CBD products, gummies, and such. Again, non-psychoactive. He has about $5,000. He has thousands of dollars in inventory, $5,000 in inventory just sitting there that he can't sell. Lana's unable to ship her products. Both manufacturers, thankfully, stepped up and said they would take her products back. But the Bismarck local police department, who raided this place, Terry's Healthy Products, the Bismarck Police Department said if she shipped it back to the manufacturer, they would arrest her for sending a controlled substance across state lines. So,
Okay, we're back. All right.
Still live?
We're back. Yep, live.
Little technical problems, nothing the Hemp Road Trip can't handle. A lot less to handle than what we got going on with Lana, Terry's Health Products, and the rest of the folks here in Bismarck. But I can't believe the DEA is spending our tax dollars illegally to raid these places, and then illegally telling these people that CBD is a controlled substance. It's not a controlled substance. It's never been a controlled substance. And the fact that it's a non-psychoactive, completely natural botanical extract, unlike kratom, unlike all of these other things that are helping people get off opiates, helping them with their epilepsy, with their neurological issues, with Parkinson, with Crohn's, with psoriasis. All these benefits come from a naturally derived substance that the government is now deciding arbitrarily, because the pharmaceutical companies can't make their money on it and they're not getting see, the pharmaceuticals are trying to isolate this into one compound, and it's not having the same effect. It's like eating the outside of an apple. You expect to get the whole nutrition of the apple. It's not the same. You need the full plant extract, and the DEA is intentionally providing misinformation, misguidance to the Department of Ag, to citizens. Poor Lana's having, people are freaked out because they see on the news the DEA raided her store for this alleged controlled substance, which it's not, by the way. And now they're freaked out, so they're returning products to her. She can't even return those products back to the manufacturer because she's being threatened by the local law enforcement that they're going to prosecute her. Well, the reality is local law enforcement has no jurisdiction for federal crimes. If she had marijuana, for example, that would be a controlled substance. That would be a federal crime. Local law enforcement doesn't enforce that. They enforce local crimes. And the DEA is not coming down. The DEA is actually advising the local law enforcement to come in because they have no money, because they were prohibited, not only in the omnibus bill, but in the latest spending bill. They're prohibited from the Department of Justice and DEA from spending any money in contravention of the Farm Bill. These people are selling CBD, whether it's imported or created domestically under the Farm Bill, selling it for 3 years legally, and all of a sudden they come in and try to raid her and then force her to hold this inventory. And it could be potentially devastating to a small company. A $3,000 to $5,000 a month loss is a lot of money when you use that to hire employees. You have to let go of employees. You have to let go of economic stimulus for the area, for the region. It's absolutely insane. And local law enforcement is abiding by what they hear from the DEA. And I'm not blaming them. They're ignorant. They don't understand as well. They need to learn just as much as we all need to learn. The DEA needs to learn, but I think they know, and I think they know, and they're intentionally creating conflict, running interference, and just flat out doing illegal activity. And this needs to stop. We need to know as citizens, and I need to help you guys understand, so you can explain. CBD is not a controlled substance. It is non-psychoactive. There are tons of benefits from cannabis oil high in CBD and other cannabinoids. There was zero THC, zero. They're spending all this money, all this time, our money, our resources, to put down a compound that has zero negative effect. No one's ever died from cannabis. More people die from water than die from cannabis. More people die from peanuts. Alcohol kills 100,000 people a year. Cannabis kills zero. It's absolutely insane, the amount of money and misinformation and just bullshit we're putting up with, and we don't need to put up with it anymore. This is absolutely insane. This needs to stop. The DEA needs to go MIA. They need to stop doing what they're doing. They need to stop confiscating completely legal substances that are helping people, and they need to put their forces on dealing with methamphetamines and opiate addiction and things that are honestly killing people every single day in our country. CBD is helping people, helping pets. This needs to stop, and frankly, I'm over it. I can't wait to get out of the state and start spreading the word to states like Montana and the rest of the country. We've hit 45 states. Obviously, we have a long way to go, but the main education needs to come with law enforcement. They need to understand that what they're being told by the DEA are untruths. And the DEA is trying to control a substance that is a botanical extract, not unlike lavender, not unlike frankincense, St. John's wort, echinacea. It's a natural substance. It's not harmful. You can't overdose. You won't die on this substance. And they need to leave it alone. Let us have a business, make our money, hire people, pay our taxes, put money back in the economy instead. And that money should go to dealing with good things, not dealing with paying DEA agents to harass local farmers, harass local retailers that are doing good for people. We need to really step back and take a look at what the DEA is doing. It's wrong. It's illegal. They've been sued 3 times. They're not being held accountable by our government. They've been sued and they've lost. They're not making charges of anyone that's selling CBD because they don't want to make case law. Because they've lost every time. They lost the Marijuana Tax Act in '69. They're losing. They've lost all of the court cases that have gone in front of them, brought by the HIA and other organizations. They're on the wrong side of history. They're on the wrong side of this plant. We need to be done with it. We need to tell the DEA as citizens, we need to tell our legislators, stop this DEA harassment. It's illegal and it needs to stop. And I'm super excited to be able to continue to share this information, but I'm super pissed off and frustrated that this continues to happen to good people trying to do good things. I mean, this woman has a husband and a 2-year-old daughter, she has a bunch of employees, a beautiful place that she's been selling for 30 years. They've had this place. And the DEA comes in and decides to raid them last week. Fortunate we're here. Fortunate we can spread her story and spread the news about how illegal and the DEA has no more authority. They're not out for health. If they're out for health, they look at the health benefits of this plant. They're not. They're out for profit. They're out to protect the pharmaceutical industries. They're out to keep money in their pocketbook by doing all these raids and civil asset forfeiture. It's bullshit. It needs to end, and we need to tell the DEA they need to go MIA. I'm over it. This needs to end. So share it with your legislators. Help people understand this is a real issue, and it's happening every day, and it's causing real harm to her reputation and to our economic pocketbooks. So this needs to stop. So with that, we're going to go grab some food and meditate, calm down, and get on the road, and we're going to head out.
Well, and this place was also raided.
Yep, this place we're going to is also raided. They're a co-op, and they have other issues that they're not going to talk with us about because they're more concerned. But the reality is this needs to stop. It's illegal. The DEA is operating illegally, and they've been sued for it. When those suits are finished and we realize, and they're settled, and we realize they are acting illegally according to our justice system, we'll have a stronger ground to stand on. But it's completely illegal what they're doing, and it's completely misguided. If it's not illegal, it's completely misguided and unethical. This is a naturally occurring substance that's helping people get off opiates, helping pets, helping people with all sorts of immune issues, autoimmune issues, neurological issues. Tons of information. You can go to the Cannapedia.org and find tons of health claims or health issues that cannabis has helped out. So you can check out Cannapedia.org. They're a great source of information. They're just a 501c3 research-based organization. You can please write to your legislators. Please call local law enforcement. Call the law enforcement here in Bismarck. And also, if CBD is helping you and send some information to the hemp road trip. Send us a story. Send us a testimonial. The more that we can help law enforcement understand that this is a good substance, a good botanical extract, and not a drug, it's not a drug. It's a botanical extract, and it's helping people. And we need to help them understand that what they've been taught is not right and what they're doing is wrong. And the DEA is dead wrong. And they need to end this. They need to end their stuff, and they need to disappear. They need to be... They need to either disappear or deal with real problems like methamphetamines and opiates, which are a real issue all across America. CBD is not an issue. CBD is a gateway to health. It's not a gateway drug. And we need to end all this insanity. And insanity that we're paying for, by the way. The government's paying for the DEA to harass our own citizens, and it's not fair. So it needs to end. That's my diatribe for the day.